let's roll. You ready? Okay. So you got to look at, you see this camera up here? That's what you got to look at, okay? All right. So let's get started. Three, two, one. Welcome to Sam Marcus Makes YouTube channel where we're making things. It's Halloween, and I've got my beautiful girl Kinley, who I guess is gonna walk away now. Come back over here, Kinley. Nope, she ain't gonna be on the film. She'll be on it at some point. Hello, welcome to Sam Marcus Makes YouTube channel. It is Halloween, so now we got to carve some pumpkins. The family and I went today to a farm called Braun Farms in Seguin. I'll put their link down below. But we picked out some pumpkins. We also got a couple of these from HEB. So, grocery stores still have them, but try to hit your local farms, support them, especially during these times right now. Um, so very good. We're going to try a different couple methods. I have a Dremel that we'll use. Over the years, we've gotten some of these, a little worried these aren't going to work very well, but I'm also going to try a little saw action. Need to, we'll get jigsaws out. I was hoping to have my daughter Kinley on here, but she has left her substitute Brawny. This is Bronte. He is a beanie baby brontosaurus named Bronte. So he'll be joining us at some point during it, and hopefully we'll be able to get Kinley on the show as well. But we'll get started. Make sure you got some good coffee or a little whiskey or a little both. This happens to be the New York mug, and good grief, wouldn't it be nice right now to be in New York? So we're in San Marcos, and it's really nice outside today. So we're going to enjoy this. So let's get started. All right, so the first one we're going to build, this one's for my daughter. This is her pumpkin, and she wanted a dog. There's no way in the world I'm that artistic, but what we can do is hopefully a paw print. So I'm going to try to find, all right, since I have a little spot here, I'm going to go ahead and use that to my advantage. So I'm basically going to just draw with a Sharpie and then come back and trace it. So let's see what I can do here. Not the best drawer, but we're going to attempt this. And the pumpkin being a little irregular, it may be a little bit hard, but that's okay. It is a DIY thing, right? I don't know. Does that look like a paw print? Not exactly. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of fill in the lines just in case I cover the line up or cut it out. And not crazy, but I might use that to help round some of these corners. Anyway, just kind of fill it in. Yeah, the Sharpie does not like this. So might try using something else, paint pen or something. But we get kind of the concept. I think I made that a little too, this needs to be a little more that way. Probably not as much down here. Harder than I thought it would be to draw on a pumpkin. Never done it this way. So, I don't know. That looked like a dog print. We'll see. So we're going to cut it out using Dremel. I don't think I'm going to go all the way through because I really don't want to, with these smaller pumpkins, I don't want to have to mess with seeds and all that. So I'm just going to try to basically take off the orange. We'll see what it looks like. So a few things. This is super messy, but it's definitely doing what I want it to do. I think it's coming out fine. I'm still not sure if I'm going to go all the way through, so I'm going to not bore you with keep cleaning this up, but I'm going to go ahead and clean it up and maybe go a little deeper and try to smooth some of these edges out. Um, but I'm happy. But I'm telling you, this pumpkin is everywhere. So something to think about because it is everywhere. So here's our finished product for the first one. This is Kenley's, the dog one. Do you like it, Kenley? Does Bronte like it? Oh, don't! You're getting dirty. All right. Should we move to the next one? Okay. All right, Kenley, we got to get this one open next, right? So we got to cut the top off. All right. So how should we cut it off? You want to use that? I don't think the Dremel would work good. That I'm gonna try this first. This may be too much. I don't know. I think we now. I feel like I better get a different knife. Should we go get a different knife? Okay, let's go get a different one. You wait out here. All right. So we're gonna use this one. So I heard on a video if you just cut straight off the top, it's really hard to line it back up. So I heard if you jig jag it, it works better. So we're gonna try that. This is a big pumpkin. So let's see if I can even pierce this thing. Oh, there we go. I'm inside. And then go this way. And then we'll go this way. What do you think, Bronte? Am I doing it right? Oh, it's good? Bronte approves? Okay. Do we eat these pumpkins? No? Can't make pumpkin pie? Oh, we can? Yeah, it's take forever. I think what I may try to do is get some seeds out of it. I do like the pumpkin seeds. Does Bronte like pumpkin seeds? Oh, he's eaten them before? All right. We'll have to let him have some. Yep. All right. I'm about tired of doing the zigzag. Let's get this thing done. All right. Yeah. Now we got to get this thing off. Let's. Whew. All right. So we just got to pull this, and it should come out, and then we get to see all the stuff. So next we got to get out all that stuff. Do you think that Bronny could just get in there and eat it all? No? Okay. So I guess the point of the zigzag, you know exactly where it goes back in, and it looks complete. Okay, I'll give him that. So we're gonna go get a bowl to get all these seeds out, right? Okay. All right. So we got a bowl. Let's just, to be honest, I'm gonna mainly use my hands. I'm gonna be done with this. The seeds are growing everywhere. Yep. Kinley, if you'll just get rid of all that meat in there. Okay. Maybe it's gotta be a better way. Oh, let me grab this. Let's see if this will work. Kind of got the comb edges, or serrated is probably the better word. Well, why don't you work on those? I've seen somebody use a paint mixer, like a drill that had a. I might even try that. I wonder if I have any of those. Like for a mixer, a blade, throw it in the drill. Seems to work really, really well. At least to loosen it up. But you definitely want to try to get as much of this off as you can. It's going to help with the rotten, making it a little easier to clean. All right, so let's set this aside and we'll do the main part. All right, Kinley, can I get in there and do that? Oh, you're getting it. All right, put it in the bowl. That was a good one. All right, so we're going to do this and we'll return when we're done. All right, so we got, I think, all of it. Let me show you what we got in here. So it's pretty empty. Top looks good. And I thought this was supposed to make it easy. Ah, there we go. Okay, so it looks good. So now we're going to get ready to carve it. Of course, we're going to draw something on here and then be able to cut it out. You ready, Lily? Should we get started? Okay. I have no idea yet what I'm going to do with these seeds. So I'll either compost it or may try to make some pumpkin seeds. Don't cut that. All right, so let's draw it out. All right, so I don't know how well this shows, but I'm going to do something a little different with this pumpkin. So I drew it out. Here's your eye, and mouth. I'm not necessarily going to show how to cut this. This is going to be a pretty easy cutout, but I'm going to do something pretty neat after we're done with it. So I'm going to cut, and I am going to go all the way through. Where the other one I was not going all the way through. This one I want to go all the way through, and then we'll show you what we're going to do after that. All right, so we have finished it here. Next, we're going to take drill, and we're going to drill holes all the way around each eye and mouth. All right, so got all the holes drilled. I'm going to use some yarn. We'll put some tape around it, and we're basically just going to sew around the edges. So I'm going to speed it up so you don't have to watch the whole thing, but I'll show you. I'm just going to go through the holes and zigzag, zigzag each eye and then the mouth. So way harder than I thought it would be, but here's what I come up with. So I just got twine, took a paper clip, wrapped the paper clip. Just tape alone, I didn't have enough. So you could use leather needle or a big, I don't know, something to wrap around. But just need something stiff, wrap it around so that you can do it. So we'll start with this first eye, wrap it around. I'll see what it looks like. All right, this is going to be really hard to see, but I have had a fit trying to get this to work. So what I did, took the yarn, and so my problem is when I'm in the inside of the pumpkin, coming in, everything I'm using is sticking in, the holes aren't working. So what I did, I took a paper clip, unfolded it, and bent it. I've tried every way, but the bending seems to work better because it's not a point, because it wants to dig in. This way is really easy. When coming out is really hard. So this worked really well. I very tightly wrapped the yarn around the paper clip and then taped it, and it seems to be working really well. So I'm going to continue doing that. When I'm done, I'll show you the look. All right, so I am actually done for the day, but let me show you what I got, and we'll talk about it. So I've done one eye, and I'm pretty happy with it. I gotta come up with a better way to sew, but I'm getting a little better. I think the more I do it, obviously, the better we're gonna get at it. May play with the design. I think first off, I made too many holes, and I really thought I should make smaller holes, but I think good size holes and then find a better way to get it through. Um, so getting better. So tomorrow we'll do the other eyes and the mouth, and we'll show you what it looks like. All right, so we have a completed pumpkin. Cannot believe how good it turned out. I love it. Um, just a couple things that learned through the process. Um, First, this is going to pull, so the lid does not fit perfectly. I think a couple things that could have made this better, as I got really close on this edge. Um, so probably doing a smaller hole would have helped, or lower in the face, or had it more upright. But I am really happy with the way it came out. It looked pretty good. Um, so what I ended up using was this nail, cutting off both ends. So it's blunt. If it's sharp, it's just going to penetrate it. So that's a little hard. Then wrap around, put a little tape on it, and it works really, really well. But hopefully you like that one. I'm really, really pleased. I think the more I did it, obviously the better I get. I started with this eye, wasn't real happy with it. I redid it. I think the lines look really good coming straight. Um, so I'll do this maybe a couple more times over the years, and we might find some different options. But really, really pleased with the way this one came out. That is a nice jack o' lantern.
Alright, so we got all 4 pumpkins done, and I'll show you the finished products here in just a second. But I definitely wanted to point out a couple things. What worked, what didn't work on tools. One thing for sure, it makes a mess. So if you're going to use power tools, outdoors only, and then have a place for this. Most of this is just going to go straight into my compost. Alright, let's talk about tools. First, to open. I'm sure they're easy, but a good sharp knife. This is just a kitchen utility knife. It worked absolutely fine. That's the way to open it. Second, on some of the items, getting the seeds and membranes from the inside, you need some kind of serrated thing. This was some cheap kit that we've had for years. It worked good. What I would like, though, is something with a little bit bigger handle, because it's really hard to get in there. And I know too much of a big handle, it ain't going to fit everywhere, but just a little bit. So, I don't know, maybe one day I need to make this out of wood or something. But this is a must, to be able to scrape all that out. I tried using this little print. This is a complete waste of time. Don't even bother. Complete waste of time. Too big. As far as the little tools, I used just a little bit. These little saws, they did really good. Don't get me wrong, but these are very cheap, and they did not work very good. The concept would work great. You know, a basic jigsaw. I didn't want to get my jigsaw this dirty, but it would have definitely worked. This one worked better than these. These were kind of garbage. But to get into the good intricates, the only thing with these cheaper ones, the blade wants to bend, and you don't have a good enough handle. This, you know, I'm sure you could pick up something a little more permanent for this that would work better. But for a couple dollars in the kit, this would be fine. Now the fun stuff, power tools. So I did make one where I was making a bunch of holes. And obviously the paddle bit works incredible. So I had a couple different sizes. 1.5 inches, and let's see, what is this, 3/4. They were incredibly hole saws worked kinda. One problem I found was the pumpkin body is the sidewalls. It's too deep, and so I couldn't go all the way through. I used this one without a bit. It was all I had. But, of course, now I still have pumpkins, so I gotta dig that out. This would have worked. This one didn't have a starting hole. Starting bit, I have no idea if it ever did. But if you're gonna use this, you gotta kind of get it going, and then take it to the pumpkin. Otherwise, it was just kind of bouncing all over the place. Any kind of drill bit works fine. So that's kind of the tools that work really well. Thermals work really good. Any kind of carving bit worked fine for that. Already put that up for the day. But want a good hole, paddle bit is the way to go. I was really impressed with the paddle bit. Probably the best one. And you'll see that when you see one of the last pumpkin I did. Alright, thanks. Let's go see those pumpkins. So let's start with the first one. So you'll already showed that one, but that is the paw print. Came out pretty good. Our second one we did was this one, which worked really, really well. The stitching comes out nice. That works good. The third one, a little simple face. This actually came out to be my favorite one. Just 2 paddle bits. Worked out really well. And then the last one, the good old cheese head one. So just took many different cuts at it and worked out really well. So here's kind of the final product for the house. All the different pumpkins out. Came out good. And the spider. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try to do this annually, every Halloween. Try to come up with at least 4 new pumpkin ideas. But hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give a good thumbs up and subscribe to more videos. Thank you.